Hey baby, all this hard work, you know it's all fake. You know you're not a real reseller. Hey y'all, check out this evening out here. I really want to sit underneath my tree. We have 25 items headed out of here today. And I've got 3 interesting topics, including a security alert that eBay sent me. Also, somebody mentioned something the other day that said that might be slowing down certain people's stores. And I thought, wow, that's an interesting take on it. I want to talk about that. And I want to say a bunch of stuff that I probably shouldn't say. So I better get to work instead. And there's been a lot of stuff going on in here already today. And we have some cool sales. This was, I just loved it when this one came across. I love buying items like this and tweaking the list. You know, there might only be one listed out there. And you just do a little bit better job of research and listing an item. And sometimes you get a sale. And this one right here sold. How cool is this? You might remember me buying it at the Motu sale. Matter of fact, I got to put that on my list. Haven't been able to do that in a while. I keep forgetting about that. It's a little crab trinket box. And that thing right there, let me see if I can find the title. It's a wallet trinket box, silver plate from Spain, is what this thing is right here. And I just absolutely loved it. And I paid up for it. I can't remember what I paid. I don't know, 10, 15, 20 bucks maybe. And I'm like, that thing will eventually sell. And it did. Sold for $150 plus shipping. I guess I didn't add that to the Motu sale. I should probably do that really quick. But I'm in a hurry today, so forgive me. This was awesome. So I bought this last year at the 301 sale, and the 301 was a couple months ago, so it's been 14 months. I knew it would probably be long tail, and it finally sold. And I bought this jacket and another jacket for $75 with the help of OBX Picker. He had spotted one, and we bundled them together. I even called Chinox Connection to make sure I was making the right decision on it, and he helped us out as well. And that jacket right there, because it's in pretty good shape, and it was a color variant that I hadn't seen. I knew it'd be long tail, but we paid 75 bucks for the 2. The other jacket I think sold for 40 or 50. This one sold for 203, so a little under $250. You figure after fees and all that stuff, and this one's free shipping, so we're down around 200. We're gonna make about $125 on the 2 jackets. So you add all those numbers together, 75 and about 200. So $125 profit. That's not bad. I'll take those margins any day. All right, here it is really quick. The I Have the Power sale. Some of y'all might remember that one. And I kept a lot of that stuff because I thought it was cool. The crab box, 150 plus shipping, $124 profit on that one right there. Because everything's profit at this point. $962 so far profit after fees, after shipping. After paying 220 bucks, we still have a bunch of that stuff left, and I think I've actually forgot to do 2 or 3, to be perfectly honest with you. So for all my non-transparency critics out there, you can't be more transparent than what we're doing. We show almost every purchase out there because almost every purchase is on the Picker channel. We show almost every sale. Well, we do. We show every sale in here as well. So I should get back to doing this. Let me know in the comments, did you like it when we were keeping track of these more, the individual sales? Did you like breaking down an individual sale itself and looking at, you know, what were the fees on it? What were the shipping on it? Is that something you're interested in doing? I'd love to continue doing that. I haven't done it for about 4 months. We might bring it back. And we sold some 8 tracks back here, and I absolutely love selling 8 tracks. This lot, by the way, if you're new to the channel, we always do 3, 4, sometimes 5 sales, then we get into the topic a little bit. Well, we don't always do it that way, but we do it that way a lot. And this one I picked up at the 100 Mile Yard Sale here in Virginia this year, and a lady was selling stuff off cheap, and I always look through 8 tracks and never find anything good, and I thought this one was pretty good. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic, Stephen Stills, what is that, Moody Blues, what is that, Sweet, Give Us a Wink, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Fandango, that's ZZ Top, another Bachman Turner, and Hair, Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, Nazareth. So that one sold. That was a pretty good lot. And what you got to look for on these is the cover art in good shape. And most of these, the cover art was in good shape. $35 plus shipping. All right, this next item used to be a staple in my store over a decade ago. I think that timeline's about right. It's a Bumbo seat, and I used to buy them all the time. But then, and I don't know, I might have the dates wrong, but these were recalled, I believe, unless they had the belts in them. And this one had the belt and it had the tray, and it was $1. And I'm like, well, we can sell that. And it did. It sold pretty quickly for $30 plus shipping. You just got to find the right box, put the right shipping price on it, and you're good to go, because it's not going to break. This thing you can take off and wrap up or do whatever you got to do. But I used to love selling these things. And now you can really only get them with that strap. A lot of big items are selling today. I think I have to go inside like 4 times today, maybe even 5, which is cool because some big stuff is leaving the shed. Well, it's not leaving this shed because it wasn't in this shed, but it's leaving the eBay cave anyways. That one we picked up. We bought a lot of 2. We bought that one and a Snoopy. I can't even remember what we paid, and I knew we paid up a little bit, but I knew this one sold pretty quick, and it sold for $100. Plus shipping. We bought it at the Highway 21 sales. I say we because Turner was with me and we had a blast. Loved meeting a lot of you folks out there. So, you know, inflatables are good. You got to be careful with them. But if you find an inflatable like this, it's even worth paying up at the right time of year because they go pretty quick. Hey, my wife had to use the truck. So we had a little hedgehog emergency, unfortunately. And maybe we'll talk about that later. But I wanted to mention something really quick. And then we got to go back in there and pull some more orders in. We got another topic as well, but here's a message I got, and this is not the first time, but I'm curious if any of you have ever got it, and what did you do about it? So here you go. Please take these steps to keep your account safe. Hi, Commonwealth Picker. It looks like you may have been in touch with, I'm not going to read the name, and we want to let you know that some security concerns have come up with this account. We recommend taking precautions to make sure that your account stays safe. Stop all communication with this person. Don't respond to their offers to buy or sell an item. Don't respond to requests to change your order in shipping or shipping information. Don't click on or copy and paste any links that they send you. If you shipped an item to this person, contact the shipper. Have it returned to you. If you sent payment outside of eBay, contact your payment service provider and alert them of potential, what's this word? I can't read. Fraudulent charges. And then you may want to also change your password, your secret question, and all that stuff. So there you go. Do you ever do that? Have you ever done that? Do you go on and change your passwords? And this is why I tell you, I'm not going to get into details on this, but this is why I tell people that if you have a question for me, if it's you know, hey, do you want to buy this stuff from me, or what, just want to send a nice message, it's best to do it on Instagram. Facebook I never look at, is the absolute best place to do it, or in the comment of a video, and I can respond there or tell you how to contact me or something like that. But I rarely respond on eBay, and this has come back a few times. This is actually what happened in this case. It was somebody who was asking me about a sale. They wanted to sell their death pile off or something like that. I can't even remember what this one was. It happens all the time. A lot of times I don't respond at all. And just because I don't want to say, hey, contact me off the platform. eBay's not as touchy as they used to be about that kind of stuff. But don't get mad at me. I'm not trying to be rude, but if you ask me that type of a question or social media type of question on eBay, I usually don't respond to it. And that's the reason. Made a little Harley sale right here. And a lot of this Harley stuff that I bought. Tripped. Y'all look at this. I just want to say, look at this. This is what we have to get through from viewers right here. So it might take a month of Sundays to get through that and thank a few people. And we're going to do this one today, but it's getting a little crowded in here. You guys are incredibly generous to me and my family, and then charity as well, because some of the stuff's coming in for charity. So, all right, let me get this. I think I pulled it out early. Let me make sure I have the right bag. I think this is it right here. I think it's some kind of choker, to be perfectly honest with you. Sure looks like it to me. Dog collar, maybe? At any rate, I have a quantity of 5 of these sold for $24 plus shipping, maybe? Yep, plus shipping on that one right there. Another sale out of the eBay cave. It's a VCR. You know, I love selling VCRs, and we always bundle stuff with it here. I don't know if there's an AV cable on that one or not, and test them and everything. So I don't like to pay more than 5 unless it's really high end. And I don't like to sell them under 35. So this is borderline because I paid 5 and I sold it for 35. So that's kind of the lowest I'll do, because there is a failure rate on some of them and you got to test them. So, but you know what? I'm okay with that, and I just love VCRs. We have another topic, and I haven't forgot about it. I want to talk about it here in just a minute. And it's about maybe for certain people why their sales are slow because of what they're selling in a particular kind of category. And a sold purse. I just have to find it. You know what? It's Vera Bradley, so it's going to be up here. So let me get this down and dig through it. That actually reminded me of something. I was looking at, on the last picker video, I was looking at some Dooney & Burke bags and a Coach bag, and I knew I wanted the Coach bag because it was only $15, and I knew I could get $75 to $100 for it, for that particular type of bag. And I asked, like, you know, I don't know if I should buy these for the Dooney & Burke, and people are like, Dooney & Burke's worth a lot of, I know Dooney & Burke's worth a lot of money. And I think maybe I edited some of the conversation out of there. I buy Dooney & Burke all the time, and I sell it often, you know, 5-10 times a year. I was just referring to the price, $25, for that particular style in that particular condition. I didn't know if there'd be enough margin in it. I do know that Dooney & Burke, thank you for all the folks who gave me some advice out there. I really do appreciate that. But I didn't want you to think that I was turning it down because I didn't know the brand. I do know the brand. I like the brand. And I actually like Vera Bradley, but all Vera Bradley's not worth picking up, and all Vera Bradley's not created equal. And when I saw this one for $1, I definitely grabbed it. Gotta make sure this is the right one. It says poppies. Are those poppies? Yeah, I remember I grew up in California. I know what a poppy is. And people in Afghanistan know. I should. Oh, my history teacher days coming up. At any rate, this one right here was in great condition, and it's got the snaps at the top, and it's a desirable pattern, and it was $1, and I'm like, yeah, that was definitely going to sell. $28 plus shipping. Made a little sale here. It's not the best buy in the world, but it was $1. Thomas and Friends, and it only sold, I think, $12.74 free shipping. So this one is not a huge money maker, but it is a money maker. Sold a couple of Five Nights at Freddy's dolls, and we're going to talk about that other topic for a minute. We still have a bunch of sales. All right, that took a minute because Five Nights at Freddy's are at the bottom, put the Cabbage Patch on top, or the cabbies, as Sarah Daily Cabbage calls them. And I found one of them that sold. It sold for $14 plus shipping. On that one, I don't even know what the heck it is. I don't know what these are called. Bonnie. And 14 plus shipping on that one, and it took me wait a minute, now I'm confused, because is that new? Yep, new with tags. So whew, I'm glad I saw that. That one, we'll put this one here now. That one sold, and this one I forgot I put it up here for decoration. That one sold, so now we got to get another one we can put up there for decoration again. Here, let's put this guy up there. There you go. So $14 plus shipping, $15 plus shipping on those. That's a pretty good little sale. All right, I looked again, and it's $14 plus shipping and $15 free shipping. So I want to be transparent. Second topic of the day is a particular category. I had a message come through my email system, and I got to be honest with you. I just click on some and look at some and respond to some, don't respond to others. It's just too many. I put in about an hour a day with comments and responses, and that's about all I can do. But this one was interesting to me. They're like, it was a very well written message, and they're talking about selling, you know, struggles, and they had so many items listed, and I was like, that's interesting. And so I asked them a question like, hey, what do you sell? And they, huge laundry list of things they sell. And most of the stuff's not stuff I sell, and it's all brand new stuff. And I'm like, this is interesting. I didn't even process it. I didn't know what advice to give them. It's not my category at all. I don't know what's going on. And I was talking to my buddy Eric, OBX Picker, the other day, and I mentioned something like that to him, and he's like, you know, Temu is taking a bite out of people who sell that kind of stuff. I'm like, that is interesting. So I'm not sure. Is anybody out there having struggles selling particular items that Temu might be encroaching on? I know they're taking a little bit of market share from Amazon. I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments. Had another little sale, one of my favorite things to sell. If you've been watching me a while, you know that. Sold some golf club head covers, and this is a set of 3 Big Bertha steel heads right there, and those sold for $24 plus shipping. Another one of my favorite things to sell is hats, because that's something that is plentiful in my area, especially NASCAR. I grabbed 2 hats. One of them is not for, one of them didn't sell. I'm actually auctioning this one off at Top Cundale Earnhardt on eBay, and it has all the pins. I didn't want to comp every pin and sell them all separate, and the hat was already done, and I'm like, oh, we'll just put them on together. We'll put them in a 99-cent auction, see what happens. So I'm going to put that over here, because the Buccaneer hat, it's been up here for a while. Can't get the go on. I'll have to fix it in a minute. The Buccaneer hat that was up there, gave it, well, I didn't give it to, I sold it to Carrie, American Arbitrage. He wouldn't take it for free. He's a good guy. At any rate, gave that to him. AJD hat right here. This is actually in very good condition. I probably could have got more, but we sold it quick. $20 plus shipping. Got two more things I want to say. Both are kind of on a personal note, but one is business / personal. I sold a pair of shoes, and you know I love selling shoes. I love selling them, getting them out of here. I don't really love selling them. And Nike Air Force One's kids' shoes, $30 plus shipping. Another big sale, and it's inside an eBay cave. And I don't know if I'd have done this again, to be honest with you. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but $5 and a $44.25 for this Sony receiver right there. And those comments at the end will come at the end of the video. I talk about a personal / business matter. This one was found by Turner at the Route 21 sale. He saw it and he looked at it because he loves baseball. He's like, that's a bobblehead. And I looked at it, I'm like, that's probably not that good. I didn't tell him that. And I bought it because he wanted me to buy it just to resell it. And I'm like, okay. And I brought it home and I looked it up. I'm like, man, that thing actually goes for something. I think you paid $1. $18 plus shipping for that bobblehead. A while back, I had a little bit of a slow day picking, and I saw some 50-cent t-shirts, and I picked them up. There are 3 Under Armour XXL t-shirts in here, which I normally wouldn't pick up, but I'm like, hey, 50 cents a piece? It might have been $1. I can't remember. At any rate, those sold for $20 plus shipping. So even at 3 into 20, I think it's worth it. Selling them individually is a little tougher and maybe not the best decision. So some ET pens and Drew Barrymore pen. That's like $4.99 plus shipping. And then the ET pen. Yeah. That one right here is $6 plus shipping. I want to make sure I get those right. And an NWO decal. It's like 8 something. Can't remember. Had to dig for this one for a minute. Another ET sale here. That is Drew Barrymore pendant necklace. Is that redundant? Pendant necklace? Whoop. I'll mess it up. And that's $4.50 plus shipping. And a Scooby-Doo keychain, $10, free shipping. So some little sales here. Now this hat right here is pretty cool, but it does have some issues. I don't know if you can see, but just some discoloration, some trouble on the inside. It's probably a $40 hat if it's in better shape, but we put it out there for $20 plus shipping, and it's sold. Now that sale right there, that one, and not this sale right here and the next sale have something in common. I'm going to come back and revisit all 3 of them here. This is a Pokemon Select, sold for $29.99 plus shipping, and I believe I paid $5 for it. Sold this Lord of the Rings bundle here, and there's tons of figures in here. Sold for $100 plus shipping. And there was quite a few watchers on it, but I thought I'd get an offer on it, and it sold full price, and I'm like, that's interesting, and it makes sense in a minute. But you see all the weapons? There's a whole bag of weapons in here as well. And that's the kicker when you're selling Lord of the Rings. But I gotta read something. I'm gonna put this over here. All 3 of these went to viewers, and this is what my statement's gonna be about. So we have, you know, all these sales. We had 20, I don't know, 25 sales. I don't know what we had. 25 sales, something like that. And none of these have a comment on them. None whatsoever. That doesn't mean they're necessarily not to viewers, but there's very few repeat buyers in here, and some of them are somebody who bought 2 things, and there's a possibility, but those are all 3 viewer sales. I'm going to read these 3 comments really quick. Then I want to make a statement. The Ducks hat went to Aaron. He says, thank you, Kevin. Love the movies as a kid, the Ducks movies. And this hat is great. Hopefully it fits my melon head, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. The Pokemon figure went to Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. That's ABC Matt on YouTube. I love you. I love you, Kevin. I love you, Kevin. I love Kevin. That sounds a little better. I learned so much. I was honestly intimidated meeting you at the Trash Cash meetups in Vegas, Matt. They're going to tear you apart in the Discord for saying that. At any rate, Matt, thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. I have to take that 3 sales to viewers back because I just found another sale that I missed, and it was an ET pin, and it was to a viewer. So that is going to the Bearded Find. Super nice guy, by the way. Thank you. It was a pleasure spending some time with you down there in South Carolina, or I guess it was North Carolina, I suppose. Let's go, trying to get to 1,000 subs, he says over there on YouTube. Bearded Finds, thank you. Great hat, by the way. And you had a great little auction there too, so thank you for that buy. And the next one is an incredible act of generosity. I was waiting for this one to sell, and I really thought somebody sent me an offer for it, and it sold full price, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. and it was a viewer, so it makes sense. Hi, Kevin. Please do not ship this item, y'all. Listen to this. Keep it and save it for your September 30th St. Jude charity auction, which is at the Reseller Rally. It's over on Whatnot. There's tons of items over there already. We've got tons more items in. I hate to say we're not accepting any more. One of those gifts back there is one of those. It's just becoming a little overwhelming at this point. But maybe we'll do this again. This is a charity that's close to us, and we haven't donated anything. We're going to donate the labor involved with it and the facility and all that stuff. And all these people have just been so incredibly generous. So it's going to St. Jude, another great cause. I thought it would be easy to ship and should get a good price at the auction. If you already have too much to auction off in the charity, then list it and sell it again and use the proceeds towards the charity auction. We're going to put it in that auction. Pretty sure. Appreciate you and the Commonwealth family. Blessings. Gary Daytona, thank you so much. You have been around for a long time. We really appreciate you and your generosity to that charity auction and to St. Jude.
Hey, Wallen.
Hey, y'all, I have the kids in here right now and Wallen. Wallen normally doesn't make it out of here because he's got a little collar on, but Reagan took it off. By the way, Reagan has a little sad news. I'm going to have her pass on. Just a real quick shout out, New Jersey picker. He works in the telehealth industry, just FYI. I'll tell you why I say that later. And Philly Picker, who has a really tough job, which I don't know if he wants me to say, so I won't. Reagan, you want to tell him the sad news?
So, unfortunately, we had to put Sal down.
That was Salazar.
Hedgehog.
Little hedgehog.
Yeah.
And it's been a rough day, hasn't it? For sure.
It wasn't anything, it wasn't our fault. It's something, he had something called wobbly hedgehog syndrome, which is basically where his legs and arms start to go paralyzed. It's genetic, and we got him from a pet store, so we didn't know anything about him. But it just keeps progressively getting worse.
So it's been a sad day. You won't have a little roommate, but maybe you can have a dog or something. What are you doing back there?
He doesn't really like
Wallen.
though.
Turner's got a joke for you. What's the joke? With your angel shirt on.
Why do angels smell so good?
Why?
Because because they're sent from God.
They're sent from heaven. That's exactly right, baby. All right, hold that up so I can look at these stickers here for a second. All right, what do you got?
Glendar got an Inaman and a tumbler, and Melissa got a CWP and a We Get Things Moving sticker.
Very, very good. And that's the We Get Things Moving sticker, and that's the CWP sticker.
Yep.
By the way, it's October 1st, we're going to have our 4th Inaman sticker.
There's going to be Friday the 13th on October.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Spooky. It's not, as I said, it's not Halloween, but Friday the 13th, never Halloween, I suppose. Thank you, Reagan.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
All right, y'all. I'm not going to go into great detail on this today, but I feel like I need to get a couple things off my chest really quick, and I'm going to do a dedicated video about this topic and a lot more other topics that I think are interesting in the community, reselling community these days, and I really want to talk about it. And I'm going to use an opportunity. Me and my boy are going to travel and go see a baseball game. Shout out Brian Klaus. And it's going to be fun, and I'm going to take a couple of days off of eBay, and I'm going to put out a different type of video, a talking head video in, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks or so. But I wanted to touch on this really quick because you saw in there the viewer sales, and you'll see the viewer sales up and down and whatever. But, you know, we sell a bunch of stuff here, and there's a ton of comments that I read in my own comments, and the same people keep coming back and making the comments, and I see it in other people's comments about me as well. And, you know, it doesn't take, it takes a little bit to get under my skin, but there's just one particular thing, and I've been called this often, not a real reseller. And I got to tell you, and I'll just be frank with you, it's insulting to me, it's insulting to my wife. We've been doing this a long time to support our family, and the idea, and I hear this comment a lot, that if you make more money, in this case it's social media for me, but think about this for a second, and I want you to answer a question for me in a second. You know, if you somehow make more money doing this than you do doing reselling, then you're not a real reseller. You know, as far as on a personal basis, you know, if you say something about me, my family or whatever, just on a purely personal basis, that can get under my skin for sure. But as far as a professional basis, people calling me not a real reseller, it like I said, it offends me, it offends my family, but it offends so many other people out there who make more money doing something else. I mean, I have members of my family, plenty of them, You hear me talk about Uncle Steve. He makes more money at his profession, at his job, than he does at reselling. He works his butt off as a reseller. You tell me he's not a reseller? I mean, I know it's just, I'm picking on here, Philly Picker back here. But, you know, he's been in a different job. I know what you do. And, you know, if you make more doing that, you're somehow not a real reseller. You know, it couldn't be much more insulting to so many people out there. My guess is the great majority of you guys out there make far more at your other job than you do as a reseller. And, you know, there are years before I started YouTube where we made more money reselling than I did as a full-time high school history teacher. I was a baseball coach, I was the head of the National Honor Society. I drove the bus for other sports teams, and we did reselling, and we made more money doing reselling. And my wife works her butt off at it. And you can take those comments and you can go leave them somewhere else. Don't need to leave them in my comments. If you want to call me a bad reseller, no problem. Call me a bad reseller if that's what you want. You can, you know, call me a social media reseller. Call me whatever you want. I've been doing it for 22 years. I have over 12,000 feedback. I work my butt off picking. I work my butt off at social media. I work my butt off at reselling, and I'm proud of what I do. Go leave your comments somewhere else. Hey, baby, all this hard work, you know it's all fake? You know you're not a real reseller? Alright, y'all. Erica doesn't like me filming, so I gotta keep her off camera here. I just want to show you this. I knew when we were gonna do Whatnot that we committed to 6 shows that I was gonna need some help, and so she's been Whatnot all summer. So this show is headed out of here today. Just want to thank everybody who bought some over there. We have 2 more shows, but not for a little while, and we're going to end it on September 30th at the Reseller Rally with the charity auction for St. Jude, and then we're going to have to reevaluate if we want to do it or not. So she shipped almost all of this. I came in and helped with just a few of the harder things because I got to ship 26 eBay things out today as well. So don't let anybody tell you that Whatnot is easy money. It absolutely is not easy money. There's a lot of work involved, and you know, obviously we do a lot better because we have social media and whatever. It's I don't know that I'd commit to doing it unless I was really niched down, but you know, obviously it's been good for us. I mean, look at the t-shirts. These are all like $8 to like $10 t-shirts each. That's a lot of listing on eBay, and we got around $5 a piece for them on Whatnot. So to me, that's worth it, and it's a lot of similar stuff like that over there.